Today was a bad day for Bob, the data analyst. He was asked to build a sales report with a column that showed the text goal achieved if the total sales for a salesperson was over $1,000 for a day, or goal missed if it was under $1,000. But when he loaded up Power BI, he realized he didn't know how to make that conditional column. What could he do? Well, I'll tell you what. He could watch this video. Welcome back to our Power BI video series on Power BI Basics, where we're teaching you how to use Power BI from the ground up with short, easy-to-follow tutorials we release daily. Today we're going to be exploring if statements and conditional logic. So, here on the screen, I've loaded up some CSV data into Power Query in Power BI. Today we're going to be reviewing 3 different ways of writing an if statement. But first, let's review what an if statement is. So, an if statement is used to add conditional logic to your data transformations. If the statement evaluates a condition and then returns true or false, and depending on if it evaluates true or false, it changes the result that it returns. So, I said we're going to be reviewing the 3 different ways. First, let's review the first way. So first, if you're on the Home tab, click Add a Column, then click Conditional Column. Here what you can do is you can give the column a name. So let's go Sales Goal. Then we can add a column we want to evaluate. So in this case, Total Sales. We can then choose is greater than value of 1,000. And if you notice there, I can either enter a value or I can select a column. So if I wanted to compare 2 columns, I can. And then I can make the output, right? So if it's greater than 1,000, goal achieved, right? And then on the else here, so that's if it's less than 1,000, I can say goal missed. And I can click OK. And you see here, here's that column. Now, if you look over, like any Power Query step, you'll see that we've automatically added in a conditional column, which if we go right here and we right click, we can rename to Sales Goal Logic. And then when we click that or highlight it, we can then view the logic that Power Query actually wrote. And this logic, again, if you don't remember from our last video, is called mQuery logic. So here we go. Let's review what it's doing. It's saying for this table, add columns, filtered rows. We're going to call that sales goal. So here's the column name. Each, and then here's our if statement. If total sale greater than 1,000, then goal achieved, else goal missed. Now, let's double click back into that because I don't know if you noticed, but here there's this add clause. You can click here and it'll give you an else if. So what does the else if do? Well, it evaluates a second criteria. So if this first if isn't true, it'll then go down and it'll then evaluate this else if. Then finally, if none of these are true, it'll evaluate else. So let's just say if product ID is 10, go product excluded. Okay, so now our column, if the total sales is greater than 1,000, if that evaluates to true, it'll return goal achieved. If product ID equals 10, but the sales goal wasn't 1,000, it'll then return product excluded. Finally, if neither of these are true, it'll return goal missed. So let's hit OK. And up here, you can see that this formula has changed. Now, I told you I was going to tell you 3 ways, so let's review the second way. And if for those of you who have seen our video on from yesterday, you can then go ahead and you can know that you can edit up here. So you can edit right up here. So instead, if I wanted to say goal achieve right here, if I click this, you can see it changed. So that's the second way. You can go through and you can actually manually add a step. You can also add a step in here, and I don't think we reviewed this, but by going into this query section here and then hitting Advanced Editor. And here you'll see all of the individual steps. So you'll see the source up here, and then you'll see the final step that it's returning. So if you look, each one of these columns is following one of those applied steps, and then it's separated by a comma, right? So that's the second way you can edit it. Finally, I don't know if you noticed, but on this add column right here, you can also click this button and you can enter in a custom column. And so you could give this column a name. So for example, you could give this column a name of sales goal 2, and then you can actually type in the if statement. So the formatting for an if statement is if, then, else. So in this case, right, if we wanted to return a string, we could say here, and then we could go, and we have our columns over here, but Power Query is smart enough that it'll also recognize them if you start typing. That's called IntelliSense. So here, for example, if I type sales, total sale, you'll see it start to pop up. So there we go, total sale, and we'll go greater or equal to 1,000. Then goal achieved. If else, goal missed. I see I put a space there. And if I click this and I go sales goal 2, you'll see that this column got added in. And over here, we now have another step called add custom. If I double click this other step, you'll notice it now pops open that if statement. Isn't that crazy? So it recognized that it was an if statement that I wrote. Now, let's go in and let's add a third custom column using this third method of adding an if statement. So if I title this sales goal 3, we're now going to get into a little bit more advanced stuff. And that's combining multiple conditions using logical operators like and or. And if for those of you who didn't catch that, that's and, or you can use to add this. So let's write another if statement. So what if I wanted to go if total sale greater or equal to 1,000 and product ID equals 10, then great sale. Else if, right, and let's go total sale greater or equal to 1,000, then okay sale. Now let's go down here and let's do one more. So let's go else, and then let's go bad sale. And if I click OK, you'll see over here that right here, product ID is listed down through. So like here, right? So here they made it's not product ID 10, right? So it's not a good sale. So if let's go, or not a great sale, I should say. So if we expand up here, we look at the formula, right? So product ID, it's not product ID 10, so it's not a great sale, but it is greater than 1,000, so it is an okay sale. Else, it's a bad sale. So let's go back into this and let's play this with or. So now let's go and let's go through and look and let's change this to an or. So now we have if the total sales is greater than 1,000 or the product ID is greater than 10, then great sale. Else if the product ID is greater than 1,000, it's an okay sale, else it's a bad sale. Now because I entered in the or right here, this condition will essentially never be hit. And that's because it's the same condition that's being evaluated on this part of the or. So we're now only going to get great sale or bad sale, even though that okay sale logic is still there. And so if we look, and let's look at the column here, see great sale and bad sale. All right, well that's if statements. If you're interested in learning more about Power BI, please subscribe. We're currently releasing a new video tutorial on Power BI every day, and we'd be happy to have you along for the journey.